Hey everyone, Andi Sykes here, and today we're out again with the Alfa Romeo GTV. We're going to take this car for a quick drive on the country roads, but before we do, please remember to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Now with that out of the way, let's go for a drive. So this is the Alfa Romeo GTV Twinspark. It's a 2-litre Twinspark engine with around 150 to 155 brake horsepower. And this is all standard except for that fruity stainless steel exhaust. It's also been lowered and it's on slightly larger wheels than standard too. Now, the 2-litre Twinspark isn't quite as desirable as the 3-litre GTV with the Busso engine, but that V6 engine weighs a lot more than this 2-litre unit, and that makes this a little bit more agile on the corners and a lot of fun. Combine that with that really sorted suspension and that passive rear wheel steering kinematics on the rear, and you've got a car that can handle really nice twisty terrain, and it's just a joy to drive. The 2-litre Twinspark is a 5-speed manual. It revs to 7,000 RPM, and it really is a fun car to drive. I've also got an Alfa Romeo 156 GTA Sportswagen. Now that car has a lot more power, almost 100 horsepower more, and a hell of a lot more torque. But I have to say, the GTV is so much more fun to drive. It feels a little bit more involved, and you definitely feel the payback from revving that little engine so much more. The V6 is a little bit lazy with its torque, but the 2-litre engine really wants you to keep revving and get you around those corners. It's a little beast. So we're currently on the Snake Pass, which is a really good driving road here in Derbyshire. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but there's a little bit of wind noise coming from the driver's side door. I'm not sure if a seal has popped off. That's one of those things that we've already talked about earlier on in the video. Those seals do disappear, and I wonder, while I've been showing you on video, maybe I've not one and it's dropped off. Anyway, this road is absolutely fantastic. Even at a leisurely 50 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, it's so much fun to drive. And it really is eager to do more. I'd love to get this car on track and see what it's really capable of. The brakes, they're pretty good. I mean, it's not a particularly heavy car. That engine helps with the lightweight, with the maneuverability, but it also improves that braking performance. I think if it had a V6 engine in it, I'd definitely want a bit more bite on the brakes. Handling is beautiful. The car stays really level in the corners. I mean, that's helped because the suspension has been lowered on this, and it also has aftermarket bushings as well to stiffen things up. But it's not overly stiff. It's still a very, very comfortable drive. And it's so much fun in these corners. You can really push it. It's so good. You wouldn't think that this is a 20-year-old car. And in fact, I'm surprised that these aren't already more popular than they are. We see a lot of classic car shows, the Fiat Coupe, which is based on the same platform with a slightly different back end. Obviously the Fiat comes with that fantastic 20-valve turbo engine. But I've got to say, the GTV is just more handsome. It's better looking. And I can't understand why people aren't already clambering over themselves to pick one up. I've seen these on sale on Facebook Marketplace and even Auto Trade for as little as £500. And if you go on the Alfa Romeo GTV groups on Facebook, You could easily pick one up for around 1,600 quid with MOT, and 3 litre cars for as little as 3. Now, I paid a little bit over the odds for this. I paid £3,500, which is a lot of money for a 2 litre car that isn't currently very desirable, but I don't really regret it. It's a really sorted car. It handles beautifully, it looks really well, it's extremely well presentable. The interior is still really good condition, and although it's got 122,000 miles on the clock, the engine is crisp and powerful. I'm really happy with this car, and overall it's been really reliable. All these nightmare stories of Alfa Romeos being unreliable really are blown out of proportion. Like any car of this age, you look after it and it will look after you. What a great car.